What's going on, you guys? So, I was thinking about making like videos like every day on this, but I kind of just felt like it was going to be too much. I kind of really just kind of wanted to talk about um, once every team has played in the FIFA World Cup, at least their first games. Colombia just finished their game, and yeah, so far this World Cup has been pretty entertaining, I'd say. Um, there's a few things going on that is a little bit, a little fishy, but we'll see. But we started off with Mexico and South Africa. That was a crazy game. Mexico pulled out. It was really scripted in the sense of how, like, 2010 with Mexico and South Africa playing the first game in South Africa. So the first game was in Mexico. Really cool, really cool. It was a really good game. Well, kind of good atmosphere, I should say. Two red cards in that game. Absolutely crazy game. And then Korea versus Czechia. That was a wild game too. It was basically, I don't know who the guy was that got the goal. The first goal, but he had a crazy pass on that second goal for him, and I honestly thought they were about to get dunked on. I really was thinking that. Czechia was kind of they're big dudes, So I don't know. It was really cool seeing the way they came back towards the end of that game. Because I think Czechia scored first. I don't really remember. I have to check it, but I don't really care too much. It's too many games. Canada and Bosnia, it was kind of like a snooze fest a little bit in that game. Yeah, it was just a back and forth, neutralizing each other for his game in Canada. And then USA versus Paraguay. Wow. That is the best I've ever seen the USA play. That was absolutely crazy. Balogun with a brace, and then Gio Reyna with that freaking Travella. I do think Paraguay should have played better. I don't think that is their level, the way they looked. We'll see. I hope not. I don't really care. Just like, I don't think that's really them. But yeah, and then Qatar versus Switzerland. That's just a case of that game was just a case of just not finishing your dinner. Switzerland should have won that game. They should have gotten way more goals than they did. Just towards the end of the game, a very late goal, giving it to Qatar, and yeah, it's just one of those. Then Brazil and Morocco 1-1. I do feel like they kind of mutually agreed on drawing that game at halftime. Good game though. Good game. Brazil is not the Brazil as we used to seeing. Yeah, Morocco is looking good. I'm excited to see what they do. Scotland versus Haiti. There's some controversy there. Scrummagey goal that Scotland got there. Haiti looked good though. Haiti did actually look good. Just unfortunate on the goal, and yeah, a little weird. But then Australia versus Turkey. That one was crazy. I thought Turkey was actually going to do something there, but you can never underestimate Australia. They really surprised us there. So we'll see what happens throughout this playoff, or not the playoff, throughout the World Cup, and see what they do. And yeah, same thing with Turkey. I don't know how they're going to respond. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, just don't take it for granted there. Germany and Curacao. Good job, Curacao. Getting your goal. Netherlands and Japan. That one was crazy too. A very late goal by Japan coming in with a nice header, dunking it on them. Yeah, that's just another example of one goal lead is not enough. One goal lead is not enough in this tournament. The Ivory Coast and Ecuador kind of gave that game to them. They just could not finish. Too many balls. Too many. Oh my god, what I'm trying to say. They hit the post a lot. They just didn't finish. And then Ecuador got like a very, I think, not Ecuador, Ivory Coast got like, I think they got like a 96-minute game winner. I think it was like that late. I think maybe don't quote me on that, but I do think that's what happened. Which is really late, and yeah, that's just very unfortunate for Ecuador. I do think Ecuador is going to be doing pretty good this tournament, but yeah, very unfortunate. And in Sweden and Tunisia, it was kind of close at first. I think they scored. I think the Sweden scored, and then Tunisia scored again, and there's just the floodgates opening with Isak, stuff like that. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. And the best game of the tournament so far: Cape Verde 0, Spain 0. What a great game that was! One of the best 0-0s I've ever seen. Great job, Cape Verde. Spain, we'll see. Belgium and Egypt, it's just another case of you got to finish. You got to finish. Very weird game. Should have done better there. And then Saudi Arabia and Uruguay, same neutralized. Not much really to say there. And then Iran and New Zealand. Yeah, same thing. Just neutralizing each other. Weird day. I've never seen a scoreline where never had a day where every team had tied. That's kind of absolutely crazy. Then, as of yesterday, France and Senegal. That was a very close game at half, and then the floodgates kind of just opened, and Mbappe went crazy on that goal. And then Senegal got a nice goal too. I think it was 2-0, and then Senegal got that one, and then basically immediately Mbappe just went boom, just a snipe from the outside the box. Absolutely crazy. Then Iraq, Norway, they're just giants. I mean, what can you do about that? And then Argentina and Algeria. I don't care about that. Austria and Jordan. That was a really cool game. It was really close at first, and then they just pulled through at the very end. I do think Jordan played pretty well, to be honest. With the score line doesn't really say much, but I do think they did a lot better than 3-1. Portugal and Congo, that one's a little tough because I really wanted Portugal to win that one. Do want them to do really good. I think just Congo just kind of just stepped up way more than they did. Yeah, you can't say too much after a first game like that too. You don't know what's going on in Portugal, but we'll see. England, Croatia, I mean, just kind of what you expected, kind of just Harry Kane doing Harry Kane things. Ghana with a very late game winner against Panama. That was heartbreaking for Panama. And then Colombia and Uzbekistan. That was actually a really scrummagey game. That game was very tight for most of the game, and it was very feisty, very feisty. I do enjoy that from Uzbekistan. And yeah, that's pretty much a recap of all the games so far. Let me look through the groups here. So we got Mexico and Korea up top. I do expect it to basically be Mexico, Korea. I know not every team can make the third place team in the group can make it through. I know that. But if I was going to say from each group, I do think Mexico, Korea, and Czechia probably get through. Not probably. Will be the top three. I do think this is going to be the group right here. Then it's just a draw match right here, 1-1-1. I am expecting. It's kind of hard to say. What do I think here? I do think for sure Canada, Bosnia, and Switzerland in the top three. Those top three, I do think Qatar is just gonna be last here. I don't think they're gonna fight through. Might be surprised. You never know. Scotland, Morocco. Scotland's in first place right now. I do think it's just gonna be these three for sure fighting in the top three. I don't think Haiti's gonna be able to. Yeah, would not be surprised. I don't think crazy happens, but I do think it's gonna be these top three. It's just going to be USA, Australia, and Turkey up here. I don't think Paraguay is going to get through. Actually, yeah, Yeah. I do think Turkey's gonna at least pull through with that top with their attack. They're too good up top to not be able to do anything. Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. I do think it's gonna be those three up top. I don't think Curacau's gonna be able to get a point. I would love for them to get a point, but realistically, I don't think they're going to. Um, I think this is basically going to be the group right here. I don't think Netherlands probably is second place there. Um, New Zealand. Oh, that's all tied right here. Gonna say Belgium, Egypt, and New Zealand probably the top. Gonna be a top three. Who's gonna be first? I can't tell. Cannot tell there. Then this one, Spain, and Uruguay, I guess, and Saudi, but hard to say. France, Senegal, France, Norway, Senegal. That's just what it is. Just what it is. Make a mouse group right there. I do expect Portugal to get through there. At least I think I do expect them to get through. Yeah, Colombia, Portugal, and Congo, and then basically how this group is going to be. I think the way this group is going to be. I actually no, I do. I don't think Panama's going to get a goal. I don't think Panama's going to be able to get through. I think Croatia is going to be. It's going to be able to make it through. I don't really know, like to say, like I don't really know the whole third place thing, how they go with it, but it's just like kind of just like the top three, explaining the top three there. Got my voice, but predictions for the next games, I guess I can say. What do I got here? Czechia, South Africa. Czechia, they're gonna win. Switzerland, Bosnia. I see a draw here. Or a late winner by like Bosnia or something like that, or Swiss. Late winner or tie. Here, Canada. Do not disappoint us, Canada. Do not disappoint us. This one, I'm hoping a draw. I really want both teams to do good. I do see a draw here. I think it's gonna be like a 2-2 or 3-3. I saw them play in Nashville back in the summer or something like that, and yeah, that was a tie also. Here, grimy 2-1 USA. Morocco's gonna win that one. I'm not gonna say I expect an upset, but I hope an upset. But I do see Brazil going like 3-1 here. Then Turkey's gonna pull through. I think a dub here. I can see a grimy 1-1. I can see a grimy 0-0. Yeah, I can see it. Netherlands and Sweden. I do think Netherlands have more of a team compared to Sweden. I do see Netherlands maybe 2-1. Germany and Ivory Coast. I hope an upset here, but I do think Germany's going to pull like a 3-1 there. Just because Germany is Germany. Yeah. Ecuador and Curacao. No, I'm just joking. Ecuador is going to get their dub. Tunisia and Japan. I don't see Tunisia getting anything. Japan is going to beat them. Can Saudi do it again? Can Saudi upset a team in the group stage? I want them to. Do I think? I don't think so. But I can see Spain getting like a grimy 1-0. Just a grimy 1-0. Unconvincing 1-0 there. Belgium and Iran. Draw. There's a draw there. Uruguay, Cape Verde. I see it going like 1-0 or like 0-0 for most of the game, and then like the 80th minute, Uruguay gets like a grimy goal. And then New Zealand, Egypt. See a draw here. Or 2-1 New Zealand late winner. Then our Argentina, Austria. Hope Messi loses. And then France and Iraq. Just 5-0. 5-0. Yeah, 5-0. Norway and Senegal. Norway looks more like a team compared to Sweden, because I do compare them to. I know they're like, you know, brothers and stuff like that. But Senegal looked pretty damn good against France, so I'm going to say a 2-2. Yeah, 2-2 draw. Jordan, Algeria. I can't say. Legit can't say. Portugal and Uzbekistan. I don't see Uzbekistan really winning that one, but they really had some fight. They did have some really good fight against not Portugal, Colombia. Yeah, Portugal's gonna fall through. They have to. They have to. They can't. They can't. You can't draw again. They can't lose. They cannot lose. Ronaldo can't do that. Then England versus Ghana. I do see an upset here. I can see an upset here. I can see Ghana getting a nice upset here. Do I think? No. Do I hope? Yes. Then Panama versus Croatia. I think Croatia is probably going to pull through, but I can see a draw here. I can see it. Then Colombia and Congo. Colombia. Whoa. I think Colombia. They got a lot of fight power. I think they're going to be too much for Congo, but I don't know. Congo looked pretty damn good against Portugal, so it's hard to say. And yeah, that's it for game 2 predictions. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will be back once all the game 2s are done, or everybody's played their second game. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, see you guys next time.